my shortcut. Good morning YouTube, it's 11:39 AM and it's the 14th of February 2019. I didn't say 18, I did say 18 in January. I started off saying 2019, I think. There's so much planned this year, so much to look forward to. And then one day I think I slipped and said 2018, and then since then I think I've done okay. So it's 14th February 2019, 1:34 PM. Okay, what I purchased from Asda yesterday, 11.97, I believe. 11.97. Yeah. Asda receipt. This is Rocksteady from Burning Shadows, so they have some of the older stock. They don't have any team up theme decks yet, but hopefully soon they will do. We have a Lycan Rock holographic. Steady nerves and a sharp punch. Lycan Rock is ready to stand and fight. This hard-working deck puts both fighting and psychic Pokemon at your fingertips for strength of body and mind. Keep total focus with the Rocksteady Think deck. In this box you'll find 60 Pokemon card deck, 1 card checklist, 1 metallic coin, 2 player payment bullshit, 1 code cards base deck online, 1 deck box, damage counters, terms and conditions apply. I'm just kidding. Each player must have a 60 card deck of Pokemon cards to play. So, excuse me, number 745. We have 2 Lycan Rock, 3 Rockruff, 1 Vampire. That's unusual. Is that? Oh, you do have 1. I was going to say it's not like a you know, a level, not level X, a basic EX where you don't have to evolve. You can jump straight into, or when it's owned by a. But this doesn't look like one of those decks where it's got cards, Pokemon owned by other trainers. You are the trainer in this deck. 1 Rhyperior, 3 Rhydon, and 3. Excuse me, 1 Rhyperior, 3 Rhydon, 3 Rhyhorn, 1 Lucario, 2 Riolu, 2 Solrock, 1 Sork, 2 Meowstic, 3 Esper, oh Buffalance, 1 Buffaland, Acerola, who's Acerola? I've forgotten. Brooklet Hill, I've used that online. Brooklet Hill, Energy Retrieval, Classic card, Escape Pro, Classic, Hue, 3 Hue, 2 Nest Ball, Potion, speaks for itself, Professor QQ, 2, 1 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Timer Ball, Wishful Baton, 14 Fighting Energy, and only 6 Psychic Energy. So that's an interesting mix. There's some nice artwork there. Again, I'm sorry, my vocal, I don't know what's going on. I need to see a doctor. I'm just still waiting to hear back from the neurologist from Queen Elizabeth to see. I think it's a hospital near Surrey Oak, I think. No, actually, I think I passed it on the bus on the X21, the X22. I think it's actually sort of near to Berkeley Green still, but I don't know what's going on with my throat, with my mouth and whatnot, but there's a lot of problems with saliva, and it's been going on for over a year now, I think. But 2017, yes, it has gone back a bit, but that's good. That helps you track down the older decks, because I didn't manage to purchase this one. But it's $11.97, expensive still. There's the age rating 6+. Excuse me. Now they always make them so difficult to undo. Recently, I don't know why, because I don't want to destroy the box. I think this is supposed to be perforated, but it never. Yeah, see, it never works. Does anybody know the secret to opening modern Pokemon decks? Okay, it is perforated. Well, it wasn't last time. Well, it was, but it didn't work. Have I got stronger? Oh, okay. Okay, and suddenly there's a flab, you know, in the most obvious way. Why haven't you been doing that for the last 10 years? But it just never seems to work. You end up tearing the sides, and I don't want to destroy the box. So there's the Lycan Rock. I mean, you get a deck box, of course. So that seems to be a consistent advantage. All the coins hidden. Who is it? Is it Lycan Rock? I think it might be somebody legendary. But yeah, it's good I've got a nice collection now of them. Which I think I had the Burning Shadows. It might have been one with more shadowing. Did I make that up? So let's look at the nice. So yeah, you should be able to get them cheaper than £11.97, aka £12. On that, well, not aka because it's not actually the same. So it's got to be precise. You say 3p, it's not quite £12. But, oh yeah, and also they now give you instructions. It's a bit big to show you, but I can show you indeed. I can maybe scan. I can scan some images sometime for you. Oh no, they did have the other one, so I remember seeing a Lowland Ninetales. It wasn't Marshadow. I think he's on one of the booster packets, you might see behind me for Burning Shadows. I need to move some up because where I've got my bed they're now hidden, but it's a Lowland Ninetales, yeah. It's the on the one of the other decks, so I felt like getting the Lycan Rock one. Hopefully they'll reduce Lowland Ninetales. When they, especially they'll be ordering, or they probably already have at the warehouse some team up stuff. So, but again, as I say, because they don't specialise. I was saying on the other videos, they don't specialise in trading cards that as do. You know, it's all just one thing. So hence why the prices stick. They don't really look through how long they've had each TCG product out. They just, their prices are so random. You can go in the next day and they might be half priced. I think that happened to me once. So another GX token. I think I now have 3, so that's good. And again the burn marker, that's also poison. It's a 2-in-1, poison on the back, burn poison, so that's handy. 100 and 50 rather than just a 10 counters, so a mix. That's good. Black Ray GX on the Cosmo GX. Never seen that card before, I don't think. So we've got the checklist on the back, and then you've got Charizard GX, Wimpod, Golisipod, Salazzle, Alolan Persian, it's very cute, and the Alolan Meowth. New rules for burned Pokemon. A special condition burned works a little differently as of the Sun and Moon series. Between turns, put 2 damage counters on a burned Pokemon. Then, that Pokemon's owner flips a coin if it has removed the special condition burned from that Pokemon. Note that this rule applies to the entire Pokemon is burned, even if special condition is called back after an early expansion. Yeah, I was thinking when I was playing online, hang on mate, they've changed the rules from for burn. I was thinking that's not how burn works. So that's how I was right. They have changed them slightly. That's that. Oh, it is a wow, golden sort of coloured with a thing sticking out from where they colour it in the manufacture. Let me just try and remove that. There we go. Lycan Rock. That's very nice. That's his Duskmane, isn't it? Version. That's very nice. I still haven't called it Dusk. I have some rough in 1 or 2 in Ultra Moon, but I don't think I've got a Lycan Rock yet. Okay, and code cards. But first of all, one code card for the deck, and so here's Lycan Rock. Okay, again, I'll go into more detail for all of the cards later. It's in very good condition because when they package cards, obviously put them into plastic packaging, there's a danger they'll get damaged, but this one's survived very well. I will donate the code card to YouTube so somebody will get the online version of this deck, whoever gets there first. There you go, enjoy. Thank you very much. Now here's the booster. We've got a Lycan Rock sprinting into it. Well, that's not sprinting, that's beyond sprinting. That's that's becoming one with chaos itself. That's, look at that. It's a very explosive image. There's a great aura about him as he sprints with a manic glee, ready to devour. Look at those jaws, ready to devour all who happen to come across his fury. Lycan Rock, the lord of the Pokemon. I'm making a legend about Lycanroc as we speak. And look at his mane. Even his mane is excited with fury. Look at that mane. Okay. The cards look slightly darker coloured, and for some reason they decided to put all of them facing the same way apart from 4 fighting energies. What's all that about? Because there are more than 4, so they just forget to put them in and then thought, well, let's slip them in before we get into trouble for depriving somebody of what was supposed to be in their deck. Let's find all of the fighting energy cards. Check that the right amount's there. No, I trust you, Nintendo, slightly, but I'm going to count anyway. I don't know, it's just a printing way it happens sometimes. And they don't look like they turned over during it. They're so smooth. They've changed the material quite a few times. They're very smooth these days, especially when they are new. I think the favourite here was the heart gold, and in terms of the layouts, because I like that little misty, the sort of swirly sort of patternation across the border. 2017. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 fighting energy cards. No, there should be 14, so one has gone walkabouts, or Nintendo really did lose one. No, I probably missed one somewhere. Let's grab the psychic energy card. Maybe they put too many psychic energy cards. Be an interesting twist. It's actually looking slightly plausible that that's what's happened. And when I say slightly plausible, I think... No, there is one. I thought for a moment that is what happened. Here's the missing fighting energy. And I think there should be 6 psychic energy cards. Yep, 6 psychic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very smooth. The creepy eye. The eye of the psychic masters. Okay, so it's interesting to see Rhyhorn, Rhydon and Rhyperior back as well. Let's start with the good old trainers. So yeah, they snuck Rhyperior in. I mean, if they remembered to put him in. As Rhydon. Oh, there he is, I can see him. I think it's only my second Rhyperior, I think. So, when they normally give you a non-holographic version of the face of the card in the window, so that'll be another Lycanroc. So we have Escape Rope. Each player switches to active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. That's the traditional artwork they've been going with for a while for Escape Rope. Professor QQ. Draw 2 cards. During this turn, your opponent's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active. That sees a lot of play online in the online TCG. I think it's 2 Professor QQ, wasn't it? Or did I make that up? No, there is 2. So that's a supporter card, so you can play only 1 supporter per turn. 3 you. Oh, that's a SLO, I remember. Isn't she from X and Y? Yeah, but you draw 3 cards. So that's very handy, and that's a supporter. Just 1 potion, I think, but heal 30 damage. Let's look at Nest Ball next. Search your deck for basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. 2 Nest Ball item cards and 2 timeable cards. Flip 2 coins for each head. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon. Refill it, put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. 2 timeable cards. Oh, there's Brooklet Hill. Stadium card. I love stadium cards. They're one of my favourite kinds of trainer card, if not my favourite. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic water Pokemon or basic fighting Pokemon, put it onto their bench, and then shuffle their deck after that. I don't want to shuffle my deck, I refuse. Energy retrieval, classic card, put 2 basic energy cards from your discard. But I used to have to flip a coin. If upgraded is Acerola, sorry, did I call? I'm sure I called her a Pokemon earlier. What's his name? I wish my memory's not. I know who I'm thinking of. I'm sure she's from X and Y. What's one of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it and all cards attached to it into your hand? No, she's not. She's just reminiscent, I think, of someone. That's like Professor Elm. I think it was Professor Elm in the Gold and Silver era. Rescue Stretcher, put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 from your discard pile into your hand. It's a good strategy. You can adapt in a moment. Wishful Baton is an item, but a tool card in particular. If the Pokemon this card is attached to a active Pokemon, it's not tapped by damage from the opponent's attack. Move up to 3 basic energy cards from that Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. That's very good for preserving energy. Now, who do we have here? So first of all we have Sork, 90 hit points, Quick Guard and Brick Break. Weakness to Psychic, retreat cost of 2. Prevent all damage done to his Pokemon by attacks on basic Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. You can't use Quick Guard next turn. Break does 40. Attacks damage and affected by resistance or any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Buffalance, 120 hit points, double weakness to 5 to no resistance, and 2 colourless to retreat. I forgot to read the description. How could I? Desiring the strongest karate chop, they seclude themselves in mountains and train without sleeping. So sort of like a monk, a dedicated monk type reference. They charge wildly and headbutt everything. Their headbutts have enough destructive force to derail a train. Imagine that, being able to derail a train with a charge. That's powerful. Even if there's only a train that's only slightly speeding, that would still be impressive. Yeah, a stationary train would be impressive. What am I saying? A train, stationary, being headbutted by a ball, a charging ball. That's really impressive. Number 626, height 5'3". That's pretty tall, isn't it, for a ball? It's pretty tall, I think. Front head 30. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. That's good. Reduce, minimise damage at the same time as attacking, and you can create various strategies on top of that, psychology and whatnot to appreciate. Knock over does 80 and you may discard any staging card in play. Yeah, that's a classic. And what's with my throat today? I can't. It's definitely getting worse. So 3 Esper, 60 hit points. Height 1, I was going to say, 1 foot. Very small looking Pokemon. Double weakness to Psychic, only 1 energy to retreat. The organ that emits its intense psychic power is sheltered by its ears to keep power from leaking out. Very curious description. Perplexing Eyes. The defending Pokemon's weakness is now psychic until the end of your opponent's next turn. The amount of weakness doesn't change. That's very curious. That's a very sneaky attack. That's very curious. Meowstic, 90 hit points. Allure, draw 3 cards. Hand Kinesis. This attack does 10 damage for each card in your hand, and so Allure immediately helps to power up Hand Kinesis. Well, depending on what you do with the cards. Once you've drawn 3, it also works well. Weakness, double weakness to Psychic, 1 to retreat. Constraints Pokemon, height 2 feet, so doubles from Esper. Weight 18.7 pounds. When in danger, it raises its ears and releases enough psychic power to grind a 10-ton truck into dust. So we've got balls that can derail even stationary trains, would be impressive. But trains in motion, and psychic power to grind a 10-ton truck. Well, then you'd be able to find Mew, because Mew's hiding behind the truck, remember? So we were waiting for Meowstic our whole life to find Mew hidden behind a truck, who have come to save us. That's an old reference. Oh, there were 2 Meowstics, sorry. It's an old reference to a rumour there used to be about Mew hiding behind trucks, in case anyone wonders if I finally lost the plot again. Which obviously I can't be guilty of, because I lost the plot long ago, so you can't lose something without finding it again, so should just pointing that out, before somebody thought they were being clever. I'm going to be clever first. Would be a first though. Soul Rock, 90 hit points, double draw, draw 2 cards. So you can get the theme for this theme deck already. It's a very a quick draw type deck, a very heavy accumulation, accumulatory references which pinpoint a superseded and integrated and ingrained melodramatic proposition or nature which befriends itself in insidious and slightly, I don't know what I'm on about now. I was going to go into one of my Sir Humphrey speeches, but I don't think I'll have time. Actually, I really won't have time. I'm supposed to be printing something else, so sorry, I don't mean to rush this, but I might have to. Actually, more pressingly, I need a toilet. So let me just finish this off, and I'll go into more detail later. Meteorite Pokemon, double draw, draw 2 cards, Solar Heat. If there's any staging card in play, this attack does 20 more damage, contrary to Buffalo, of course, discarding a staging card, but then also, particularly if it's a menace, you've got Soul Rock, you can capitalise on the presence of a staging card, and then Buffalo, if it still causes you misery, you can actually discard that card, and if you, and this deck does include one staging card, you could always bring a staging card in under your own terms, and obviously depending on what your opponent does, they may end up somehow bringing back cards from your discard pile, or into your hand or deck or something, so you may be able to use one-on-one without modifying the deck. A double weakness to leaf, retreat cost of 1. Solar energy is the source of its power, so it is strong during the daytime. When it spins, its body shines. They used to say the same about me, but they don't anymore. 70 hit points, punch 10, low kick 30, 2 fighting engine 1 respectively, although I gave it in the reverse order, but never mind. Double weakness, psychic, no resistance, retreat cost of 1. It can discern the physical and emotional states of people, Pokemon and other natural things from the shape of the aura waves. Yeah, it's a very, like Lucario evolves into, they're very about observing auras and black animals and creatures doing anyway. Lucario, 120 hit points, stance. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may prevent all effects of your opponent's. I think I've gone against this card online. You may prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon until the end of your opponent's next turn. Yeah, I've definitely gone against this Submarine Blow. Submarine Blow, 120 hit points, double weakness to Psychic, 1 energy to retreat. Not only does it perceive auras, but it has also gained the power to control them. It implies them in battle. Why stop putting commas before connectives? I'm gonna write to the American industry. Stop putting commas before connectives. I'm just teasing you. It's okay. Don't worry. English is free to use however you want. Then we have a 3 Rockruff, 60 hit points, puppy Pokemon, 108 height, weight 20 points, 3 pounds. I guess about average for a dog, I guess. Heavier than the rabbits, definitely. Corner, the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Wild Kick, 30, flip a coin, if Tails attack does nothing. It's just a typical attack involving chance. Double weakness to grass, no resistance, 1 to retreat. It's considered to be a good Pokemon for beginners because of its friendliness, but its disposition grows rough as it grows up. So quite like a politician, I guess. Evolves into Lycanroc, 110 hit points, Rock Throw for fighting and a colours, 30 damage, and Accelerac, 100 for 2 fighting and 1 colourless. Double weakness to grass, no resistance, double colourless to retreat. Its quick movements confuse its enemies. Well equipped with claws and fangs, it also uses the sharp rocks in its manes as weapons. I did tell you that mane from the box. That mane was alive with fury. I did try to warn you. I did tell you. Now do you believe me? Yeah, I haven't seen any new Rhyhorn, Rhydon or Rhyperior cards for a while. I also got three Rhyhorn. We have 80 hit points. Lunge 20 for just 2 double colours. That's handy. Don't need specific there, but then you do need 2 fighting, so if you attach 1 or 2 other, that really helps now, because then you can do Horn Drill 60 just 1 more energy, but more than double the damage. Double weakness grass, resistance no, 3 colourless to retreat. Sorry, my voice is really going. Strong but not too bright, this Pokemon can shatter even a skyscraper with its charging tackles. Indeed it can. On 111, height 303, weight 253.5 pounds. Rhydon, 3 Rhydon, 110 hit points, 4 colourless to retreat, no resistance, double grass, weakness. Remember, you know, if you're going straight ahead, yeah, heavier damage might work, but obviously there's so many complex strategies you can create. I remember some of their favourite from the olden days, was it Slowbro Psychic Powers? You would do a little damage gradually and then you would swap the damage counters. Like, there were so many variations, but excuse me, I don't know what's happening to my throat. But yeah, so obviously more damage, not necessarily better. You create your own strategy, there's no right and wrong. And I always remember psychology, particularly when people, particularly online, I've noticed happen sometimes, people seeing you chip away with little damage and then you spread it across lots of Pokemon, and they realise that you know, you spread the damage far and wide, rather than being more obvious with lots of heavy direct hits, and it ruins their plans later on. So foresight is always good in trading cards, because it's essentially a game of chess. It's all about the psychology. Rock Tumble, 80, this attacks damages and affected by resistance. Mega Horn, 120, but flip a coin if tails, this attack does nothing. 264 pounds, that shot up, and 6'3", so Rhydon is taller than I. Rhyperior surely is 7 feet, yeah, 7 feet 10. So last but not least, Rhyperior, 160 hit point. Did I didn't read the description, did I? No. Protected by an armour-like hide, it is capable of living in molten lava of 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's the classic description, where some of them have changed. I know it's usually based on the latest video games, isn't it? 160 hit points, Rhyperior, 4 energy to retreat, so no slower than Rhydon. Excuse me. Double weakness to grass, no resistance. Toppling Wind ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. That's pretty handy. Rock Wrecker for 2 fighting and 2 colours, 170 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. This Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. From holes in its palms, it fires out Geodude. Its carapace can withstand volcanic eruptions. It fires out Geodude, and obviously there that they mean plural, because obviously Pokemon you don't add an S because it's uncountable. So it fires out Geodude repeatedly. So it sucks up poor unsuspecting, just trying to enjoy my life Geodude. they are just hopping along rocks like in Pokemon Snap, and then, well, Rhyperior wasn't invented then, but put that aside, it's just painting an image. Like how they were in Pokemon Snap, and then Rhyperior comes along, sucks them up, starts shooting them into the sky, where a star twinkles to highlight their immediate absence, and their Team Rocket blasting off into. Except here, there's no Meowth to tell them. They just to tell the world what's happened. They just disappear, never to be seen again. Or they reign on the other side of the world. Of course, that's how. I figured it out now. That's why there are Kanto Pokemon in Alola. I figured it out. I figured it out. It's because Rhyperior picks up Geodude, and maybe a Vulpix here and there fires them into the sky, and they land in Alola. So I have solved a Pokemon mystery, although I think it wasn't really a mystery, because in the games they said obviously they'll just deport it, introduce to different regions. But you know, I figured it out. So I know how Geodude. Wait, are Geodude actually in the logo? I didn't. Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, because there's the Alolan Golem. Yeah, with the moustache. Yeah, and Groveler. So yeah, it all makes sense. It all checks out. So next time you next time you go outside and you hear this sound and you think, who's that? Who is that? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it Superman? No, it's Geodude. And so please give a home to a Geodude this Christmas, even though it's about 10-11 months until Christmas. But you know, Geodude, they've been terrorised by these Rhyperior and it has to stop. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. I go into more detail enough time. Just really need to get a drink because my throat is so playing up again, even more than normal. So then I need a toilet, and then I'll probably need a toilet again after drinking more water, and then I'll need to drink some more water, and then I'll need a toilet, and then I'll need a water, and over and over again. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll be back with some more. I don't know when I'll be able to do another Pokemon trading card video, particularly if I'm ordering from purchasing in store from Asda, because as you can see they're so expensive. But if I can sneak a purchase from maybe an online retailer, Amazon, a private seller on Amazon, will have them cheap, or Total Cards as a new store I've discovered, or Chaos Cards. So potentially if I can shop online, then maybe within a month or so, hopefully sooner, but just, you know, probably definitely by a month or so. But again, I don't know when this, I'll be able to upload. I'll try and upload this video as soon as possible. But anyway, that's me for now, and I will see you sometime in the future.